Hi, this is Mark at TechRadar.com, and in my hand I've got the HTC One M8. The previous model was known as the M7, however, both of them are only going to go by the name HTC One. As you can see, it looks a lot like its predecessor. HTC has kept most of the design elements the same. We've got these two speakers here that provide the boom sound, as HTC calls it. However, we do have a slightly larger display, up to 5 inches from 4.7 inches, with the same 1920 by 1080 resolution. Over to the side, we have a volume rocker and a slot for expandable storage that'll go up to 128 gigabytes. So if you have 128 gig SD cards, you could use it for your HTC One. Over on this side, we have the port for your SIM card. Up at the top is the power button and sleep and standby button. And the entire panel up here is infrared remote. So you can control your TV, your Roku, your set-top box with the HTC One. It would have been nice to have the power button over to the side here so that when you're holding it, it's a little easier to turn your phone on and off rather than having to reach all the way over up to the top. I'm left-handed, so I've got to do this here. Down below, we have a micro USB port that's a little off-center and a 3.5 millimeter headset jack. Over to the back, we have the 4 megapixel ultra pixel camera. So the deal with the camera is that the sensor has less resolution than what you'd normally find on modern smartphones. However, the pixels on the sensor itself are a lot larger, allowing you to capture more light in low light situations, and it gives you better dynamic range. Once you blow up photos to 100% crop, or you start really pixel peeping, you'll start noticing loss in details if you compare it to shots with the Samsung Galaxy S5 or the iPhone 5S. You'll also notice a secondary camera up top here. And what this does is it helps the HTC One take advantage of a new feature where you can blur backgrounds or foregrounds in your photos. How this works is you simply take a photo, you open up the photo, go into settings, edit, hit effects, select U-Focus. U-Focus is the name of the new feature in the HTC One's camera. And basically you can tap on any part of the photo that you want to focus on after you shoot the photo. So this gives a really nice shallow depth of field effect, something you'd find with DSLRs. And sometimes it works really nicely, it looks natural. Other times it looks completely fake and a little gimmicky, so I wouldn't use it all that often. For those of you wondering about specs, the HTC One has the new Snapdragon 801 2.5 gigahertz processor. It also has 2 gigs of RAM, and there's some minor design changes that we're not too fond of. If you take a look at the hardware here, it's a little more curved on the edges compared to the original HTC One. This makes it a little bit harder to grip, and I myself have actually dropped the phone 3 times already. The HTC One is available from AT&T for $199.99, and same for Sprint. At Verizon, it's $149.99, all with a 2-year contract. We're still waiting to hear word from T-Mobile, who has it available on contract or off contract with their financing pricing. I'm Mark Flores, reviews editor at TechRadar.com, and that was a look at the HTC One with Android 4.4 KitKat. For more news and reviews, be sure to visit TechRadar.com.